Welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. Back at it again with another album review. How's everyone doing tonight since we talked
so good
5 seconds ago?
So good.
You're back to speaking in sentences?
I'm back to speaking in full sentences.
Okay, that's big.
So, yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I might have to go back to no sentences.
Yikes.
Channel, subscribe, comment, Instagram, TikTok. This isn't working out
No,
well.
I like the
Shirt,
head nod.
Patreon, $5 a month, bonus content. And
Do it.
If you haven't seen from our last review, the Earth Tongue Dungeon Vision review, we have a special thing going on with Patreon right now where we're watching the VH1 2006 VH1 show called Supergroup in its entirety for the next 7 weeks, 6 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're reviewing an episode per Patreon episode.
Per Patreon.
1-to-1.
So you can do a watch along with us. It's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
If anyone can track down the 5th episode, which might
Please.
be gone forever.
It's
but
crucial.
The 5th episode is nowhere to be found. That's the episode where Sebastian Bach and Evan Seinfeld fist fight.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it was taken off. I'm not sure what they do or what they say in it, but yeah, it's not
It
anywhere to
lives
be found.
only in Nate's brain.
From what I can remember,
Yeah.
I'd have to see the preview, like coming up preview.
the end of episode 4,
the end is-
it'll all come
It'll
back.
have to
Yeah.
come back. To
So
me.
the 5th episode of that series, maybe you just recounting it from memory.
Yeah.
But
It might be. We might have to do that, and it'll just be me the whole time. Like, oh yeah, no, that was.
I think
that was episode
Evan
6.
Seinfeld cried.
I think he did cry.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anyways,
Doesn't matter. Go watch that show and then subscribe in the Patreon to listen to us talk about each episode. But tonight we are going to be reviewing an album that I was very excited for. I think a lot of people were very excited for. It's Converge's new album, Love Is Not Enough.
not enough. Sorry.
It's, not to be confused with Never Enough by Turnstile. Two very different projects. Converge is a hardcore, metalcore, whatever you want to call it, thrash type of band, mathcore band that's existed for, it seems like, forever at this point. Every time I think I know the first Converge album, someone's like, no. What about this one that came out in 1977?
yeah, scientists continue to find breakthroughs of a new first Converge album.
The fossils of the first Converge album found in the desert. But yeah, I'm not even sure which number this is for them.
Want to say it's 11.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, though.
Yeah, so they haven't put out an album since, I want to say, like 2023, the Dusk In Us, which I don't know if you guys checked that one out. Still pretty good. I mean, Converge is a band that, like, there's really not a lot to criticize about Converge. Like, they're a band that kind of has never faltered in what they do and how good they do it. Jacob Bannon has never lost his vocal chops. It's insane. Kurt Ballou is like, one of the most like widely respected guitar players and producers I think out there. Like even like God City is like, if you're recording at God City and you're a new metal band, like that's huge. So yeah, I mean, I just think that they're like they're one of these bands that's just like, they're not a household name. They probably never will be a household name, but like that's the reason why they are like the best band. You know? Like they're one band that you just cannot talk shit on, I think.
Yeah, like they have like a similar to me like approach of like Slayer. Like it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna. Other metalcore bands like tried to like run after a big hit or something like that, or like have crossover appeal, but Converge just kind of stayed doing what Converge does really well. And I think they're probably, if I had to guess, about as big as they've ever been.
Yeah, I think it's...
And because like that is one of the cool things about like the music landscape now with like the internet is I feel like if you are good long enough and you stay consistent, you're just going to like slowly snowball.
You cut out like your own fame for yourself. Like you don't need to do like the Mastodon thing.
Yeah.
And like Mastodon and Converge are like similar bands who have been on tour together, you know, and Mastodon went one way, Converge went, you know, just the same way, and it was like a band like Mastodon probably thought in their head, like, we need to do this to really blow up, and it's like, what's really the difference between you and Converge right now? You know, like, that Show Yourself was on the radio, like, Converge didn't have a song on the radio, and they're doing cooler shit than Mastodon right now. You know what I mean?
I would tend to agree. I knew about these guys because I don't know if the drummer's Ben Collar is his name.
Ben Collar.
I don't know if he's been in the band the whole time. I would venture to guess he hasn't because I think he's a little younger than the other dudes.
I think he came in around like 99.
Oh damn! It's been a long time then.
I think Kurt Ballou and Jacob Bannon are the only constant members that have been in the band forever. I could be wrong.
He's been in the band 26 years. That's a pretty substantial amount of time. But I knew about Ben Collar through Mutoid Man. I don't know if either of you guys have listened to that band before.
Yeah, I've listened to Mutoid Man.
I did. Like early on, maybe did you share something of theirs in?
I might. They put out a record not that long ago. The guitar player is this guy named Steven Brodsky who plays in some other stuff
He's
too.
in Cave In.
Cave In. There you go. But anyways, I knew that this was like Ben Collar's main project. Like Mutoid Man was like called a supergroup for a while, you know, supergroup.
Ted Nugent.
Yeah, Ted Nugent, same
Evan
thing.
Seinfeld.
Democracy type stuff. But anyways, no, Converge is you know, like a staple of heavy shit for a long time, and this is the first full album of theirs that I've listened to. But like you made the Mastodon comparison, like there's something way more not back to basics. I'm trying to think of a different way to say it, but like, there's no bullshit in this, and like it's
zero bullshit.
There's zero bullshit.
Like there's also no cheese factor, and I've like something that turns me off immediately from metal or like, you know, screamy, really really heavy shit is if you're squealing your guitar all over the place or you're like there's over amounts of shred or whatever. And this is like, you know, the record's like 30 minutes long and it's just like really tasteful all around, and it just seems like Converge in general is like just a champion of consistency and never like to their whatever the like to their benefit, never altering that, you know, and people being fine with that.
Yeah, I've really never met a Converge record or song that I didn't enjoy in some way, whether it's because of like it has like some sort of catchiness underneath the like complete fucking chaos of everything, or it's complete chaos and it rules. I have to admit I'm not like, you know, a Converge historian or anything. I probably started listening to them around All We Love We Leave Behind, the one with the moons on it, and then it's kind of like backtracked and like went, you know, all over the place from there. You Fail Me is probably my favorite.
There's a lot of fucking records, man.
You Fail Me is probably my favorite Converge record, just mostly because of the song You Fail Me. If you ever heard that song, it's literally just one note, just and it's awesome. Fucking, it's so sick. But yeah, I love Jacob Bannon's voice. I love Kurt Ballou's guitar tone, and like, I don't know, they're just like, yeah, they are, like you said, champions of consistency.
Yeah, I'm similar. Like, out of like the holy triumphant of like mathcore bands like Botch, Converge, Dillinger. I've like dabbled in Botch and Converge, but like really got into Dillinger. Like my main Converge album is Jane Doe, which I love that album.
Jane Doe's insane.
Yeah, that's like the one.
Yeah.
And the like the title track, the last song on that record is fucking incredible. And I think what they do after listening to this record, going back to Jane Doe and then like jumping around for this review, is in comparison to Dillinger, sometimes when Greg goes emotional in Dillinger, it's kind of like a, you know, I wish you would stay brutal.
How about you don't?
What I find impressive about Converge is they're able to like bring emotionality into this like insanely heavy music, and balance it in a way that it doesn't feel cheesy.
Yeah, I don't think anything they've ever done has ever felt cheesy to me, which is really impressive. I mean, I think they might have gotten close, if I can remember, on the Dusk in Us, but I can't like point to one of those songs. I don't know. Maybe it was Maybe it was Under Duress, but that's still a pretty fucking heavy song. Yeah, they've never like tried to make a pop song. They've always just been able to deliver with the riffs, and like they're so far, like they're so long into their career at this point, and this album fucking rules. Like I thought it was great.
It's pretty good.
My like the standout track for me, and everything starts to kind of become a standout track after a while, which is difficult to do when you're like such a chaotic, crazy metalcore band, because things can start to feel really samey after a while. But like every song, I can like point to it and pick out the riff and like, you know, some of the vocal parts and stuff. Like Bad Faith is like going to be on repeat for me all year. It's one of the fucking most brutal songs I've heard all year.
The opening riff is fucking awesome. It's so heavy.
It's just fucking awesome.
And then when they get to the like pirate section, where they just bang, bang, it's so fucking heavy.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And there's I think To Feel Something. I can't remember. Maybe man, I can't remember which one it is. It might be To Feel Something or Distract and Divide, which like is full on like old Mastodon. And like that's what like that's what made me think of Mastodon. I was just like, this is the like it feels like Remission era Mastodon, and it's like we talk about that all the time of like, oh, that's, you know, people don't want to, that's not really in anymore. It's like, yes, it is. Yeah. It is here, and it's still sick.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get, you know, the average Monster Energy drinker
right
doing that. Right, you will remain cool and be able to find an audience.
Yes.
But if you're trying to get that guy, of course, no, you're gonna have to, you know, be yourself.
Yeah, show yourself.
Yeah, show yourself.
Yeah.
No, but there's like. Yeah, I mean, the drumming on this record is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, Distract and Divide.
Distract and Divide is insane.
He's got chops for days.
Yeah.
Like, some of the fastest blast beats. Like, I remember listening to that Death Heaven record last year.
Yeah.
I'm being like, nobody can fuck with this guy. I don't know, dude.
Ben Collar's a bad dude.
Ben Collar is insane.
He had a pretty substantial, like, elbow injury that put him on the shelf for a while.
Wow.
And I mean, for a drummer, that's like, you know, that's like a football player losing your ACL. Like that's putting you away for a long time. But like, so I follow him on Instagram. That's the only reason I know that. But like, he's a really interesting character because obviously his life is drumming. But like when Converge and Mutoid Man and whatever brother project isn't doing anything, he's like covering shit at like 4x speed. Like here's Purple Rain in 2.5 minutes. You know?
Yeah, I saw him doing like Them Bones at like 190 BPM, and I'm like, wow,
that's awesome. He's awesome, dude.
But I also saw one of the cool things is like you can hire him to track your shit.
Yeah. I think you can do that with Kurt Ballou as well. Like,
really?
At God City. Like, I don't think it's that difficult to record with Kurt Ballou at God City, which is awesome. Like that's what they like. It's their job. Like it's their life.
Yes.
Like when they're not doing this.
Like even though we're talking about this band right now and they are like famous, these guys aren't fucking wealthy ass rich.
No,
dudes.
they're fucking. They do like
they work hard.
Yeah, they're like scientists of music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
and
geniuses.
That's how you like. Have to be if you're gonna make an 11th album that is really good.
It's true.
Like you have to live and breathe this. Like you know, like all of our favorite bands, or even just bands we like you get 4 albums.
You get 4.
Yeah.
If you push it to 5 and 6, you're a
Zeppelin.
legend.
I said it
exactly.
I replied to someone on Instagram. Someone was like, "Arctic Monkeys suck" or whatever, and I was like all great bands, the first 3, like all great bands that suck. The first 3 albums are good. It's just true. Like all bands that suck have 3 albums, the first 3 that are pretty good.
What separates bands from like the men from the boys are do your first 3 albums suck, or are the first 3 albums great? Yes. And then are there a couple more that are sick?
Yeah.
Yes. Are they not? You suck.
You officially suck at that point.
Yeah, and it's like I just have a ton of respect for like the level of craftsmanship that goes into being able to make something this good this late in your career.
Yeah,
good point.
Some other songs that I really like. To Feel Something is another one that I really like. That has like that really like needly guitar with like the fast toms.
Force Meets Presence is a really cool one because it has like a thrash riff that
and
comes in.
Simple.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a simple thrash riff. That was another thing where I was like, you know, like we just listened to the Megadeth's last record. I mean, of course they've been around forever, and that was their last record, and it's Dave Mustaine, and he's old. But at the same time, I'm like, they just fucking made a thrash song, and it's incredible. You know,
Yeah.
it could be this good. Things can be still good.
And like the second riff in that song, Force Meets Presence,
Yeah.
like is a Megadeth riff.
Yeah, yes.
Like
yeah.
it has like a very classic thrash type of sound. Love that song. Gilded Cage has one of the sickest bass grooves.
Yeah, the Gilded Cage, like the slow trudge of that song
Yeah.
is awesome.
Doo-doo,
I thought I was
doo-doo,
going to not like it at first because like,
that weirdo spoken word.
yeah,
Well,
it's
you
like,
hear shit like that, and you're like, oh god, Tool.
yeah, I don't love, like Jacob Bannon really doesn't have a voice outside of screaming his head off, but he doesn't do it often, so
Yeah.
he knows, obviously. But yeah, he didn't stay on it for long, so like that was the thing that I was like, okay,
Yeah,
it's
and-
not something to complain about, really.
Yeah, and there's like a weird solo section in there, and like a deathcore riff with
Yeah.
shouting. Like
Yeah.
they mix like all of those elements really well. But one of my favorite, if not my favorite, is "Make Me Forget You."
Yeah, it's also, I think, my favorite. I wasn't expecting it.
Neither
I just
was I.
was not ready for it.
Especially like at the next to last song of
Yeah,
the record.
yeah.
Like the chords have like this really like emotional feeling to them.
Yeah.
And like overall the song just like feels more melancholy than
Yeah.
like ass beatingly heavy. And I think that's what like really impressed me with the record more than anything, being like, you know, it's one thing to just hear a record of like straight rippers
Yeah.
at, you know, your 11th album. I'm gonna like hats off to you, but like to give me something that late in the album that it like feels emotional even after you just beat the shit out of me for
Yeah.
fucking 25 minutes.
Yeah, it feels like a metalcore, like a 2000s metalcore band, like that sort of melody where they can like they're trying to make it like kind of emo and sad, but it's Converge doing it, so it rules the whole time.
Yeah.
and there's no part of it that's like cringeworthy. I loved it, and it's like a longer one too. And We Were Never the Same is kind of similar, but I just feel like Make Me Forget You just kind of like pounds your face in just a little bit harder. you
Yeah.
know? I kind of wish it was this closer, but I don't know.
I do like the way it transitions
Yeah.
into the last song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is like kind of what I like about it. Because I mean, there are elements of that like 2000s emo metalcore stuff that is like appealing, but it
Yeah.
always ends up going over the like line of like, oh god,
Yeah,
I don't want my
gets
friends
cringy.
to know I listen to this shit.
Right.
There are moments in the record that are like like interlude type, like
Yeah.
not soundscapes. That sounds so dorky, but like, you know, like just a like a little palate cleanser. You take a little breather between ass beatings type of thing. I really liked those. Typically in things like this, it's like just, you know, and it's only half an hour, so they don't get indulgent with anything.
Yeah.
But I felt like there were like one or two of them that are really well placed and like just as engaging as like the really in your face smack you in the head type shit.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
think
I'm
it's
saying?
beyond repair.
Yeah, that's like easily some of my favorite stuff on the album, just as much as the gnarly other
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the guitars on Beyond Repair sound so cool.
It's really
yeah,
tasteful,
and it comes like really smack dab in the middle of the record.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we love to pick on albums for sequencing. It's
Yes,
like
we do.
this is like, you know, they placed a breather in the middle of the record, and if they didn't, I know what we would say. Could have used a breather.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And like,
Could have used one.
and it's a little harder to know how to sequence a record like this.
Yeah,
you
yes.
know what I mean. It's like,
We
we
put
don't
ass beating 1 after ass beating 2, or
Yeah,
the other way around.
Yeah, do we want to be shot in the face with a shotgun
Yeah.
or a machine
A
gun?
machine gun. Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like it is pretty well paced, and like the like getting like something that's so overwhelmingly mathy
Yeah.
and heavy. Like they're smart enough to give you like one that's like pretty
Yeah.
straight down the middle thrash.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how much they were able to step up the quality of songwriting. Because the Dusk in Us, if I remember right, like, it was good. I didn't think it was, like, you know, it was them being consistent and doing what they do best and not deviating from that. But I don't remember a ton off of that record, and I remember listening to it like for the first time and being like, that's a Converge record. This one has a different quality to it. This one feels like I wanted to go back and listen to this, even though I'm not constantly listening to metal music, you know, all the time. I was just like so like intrigued to go back and keep listening to these songs. Like I loved what was the song we were just talking about, the emotional one, Make Me Forget You.
Yeah,
I loved Bad Faith, and like after Bad Faith hit, it was like might as well listen to Distract and Divide, and then To Feel Something. You might like the first half of the record just goes by in such a fucking amazing like blur. You know, it's just like it's so fun to just like grab a hold and just like see how long you can hang on for. You know what I mean? It feels like you're riding a fucking bull.
Yeah, and I would agree that it feels like a bit more than a really good late period record.
Yeah,
like it does feel like they've like it's good enough to be like, no, this is like this might move up the like you kind of have to listen to this.
I think
to
that
be
too.
Like into Converge, you know.
I didn't expect that with this. I was just like, it's gonna
How
be a
could you
Converge
ever expect
record.
that on the 11th?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of albums.
I wasn't expecting to like really love. I mean, like they even had one with Chelsea Wolfe. They did a Chelsea Wolfe collab record in 2021, I think. So wait, when did Dusk In Us was not 2023. Sorry, that was 2017. The deluxe edition was 2023. I knew that was.
You've been cruising on that deluxe.
I knew that was a longer time.
I only
ago.
listen to shit when it's deluxe.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought like with the Chelsea Wolfe like collab record, they were kind of just like on their way out of like we're gonna be this band that kind of shows up here and there with like some special projects and you know not much else. So it was just surprising to me that they could come back and fucking just completely hammer your face in and have the songs too, like, within it that to back it up.
Yeah, it's not just like a Chops Fest.
Yeah, it's not Chops Fest. Yeah,
not a Dream Theater.
I like to go to Chops Fest, whatever that. It sounds good. Yeah,
Sounds delicious.
it does sound delicious. Should we go into CAs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's CA it. Who's going first?
I went first last time.
I go first. Yeah, I love this. I like I just said, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. The songs on it like really impressed me. Make me what the fuck is that the name of that song? I can't. Make Me Forget You. Make Me Forget You, Bad Faith, Force Meets Presence, Distract and Divide, Love Is Not Enough. Like there's just so many on here that I'm like I'm like dying to go back and listen. Like even right now, just talking about it, I'm like, let's just fucking listen to it. You know? I don't usually get this excited about like metalcore and thrash. Like I feel like there's nothing that really can, impress me with that genre because I'm not like totally into it. Deaf Heaven last year, like I loved it at first and didn't come back to it as much because of how dense it is. This isn't even like dense, it feels it goes by real quick, 30 minutes. It's just fun. It's great. I don't know. I'm excited. Like I don't want to say this is going to be like one of my favorites of the year, but this is going to be tough to beat for the heavy in the heavy genre.
It's in the contention.
It's in the contention. I'm giving it an 8.1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you go next?
All right. Yeah, I feel pretty similar. Like I didn't expect myself to like this album as much as I did, and the ways that I ended up enjoying it. There's like not really a false move on the record.
Yeah.
Like there are definitely songs that reach higher peaks than others. I think I have the same highlights as you do. Make Me Forget You, Bad Faith, Distract and Divide. But like even the ones that like weren't the highlights, like they never distracted. They fit the track listing well.
Yeah.
And I do like this type of metal. Like when this type of metal is done well, like these are the types of riffs that I like. Like
Yeah.
I ended up listening to Killswitch Engage growing up because
Yeah.
like this is like when like remember when we listened to Killswitch and we would be like, if you just did that part more,
Yeah,
This
that would
is-
be cool.
This is that part.
this is just
It
all
never
that part.
did the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then still is more emotionally relevant
Yeah.
than when like, you know, somebody's trying to sing like this big poppy
Yeah.
chorus about how much they love somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think that's what impressed me as well is like, you know, Death Heaven, you're expecting a certain amount of emotionality because it
Yeah.
is like, you know, the entire project is like the point of view of Dracula's castle or
Yeah.
something like that. But the fact that something that kicks this much ass is this like unabashedly heavy also gave me like emotional moments throughout it. Like
Yeah.
that's super impressive. That's
Yeah,
not
it's crazy.
easy to fucking do.
Never happens.
No.
It never happens.
Performances are unbelievable for like dudes that are getting up there, especially the drumming. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
what's that
crazy.
dude's name?
Ben Collar.
Ben Collar is fucking
Yeah.
on one on this
Beast.
record. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty highly on the record as well. I think I'm gonna go 8.0.
8.0.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I don't gravitate towards this type of heavy music very much, but I have an appreciation for when a band does it in a like I said at the beginning, like a totally like uncheese type way. Like there's nothing really here for me to pick on, which I'm not looking for things to pick on, but the genre in general inherently gives you like the those kind of moments, and there's none of that. This is just like. From like the presentation, the artwork, the track titles, the songs themselves, the lyrics, like it's all just like it's serious shit that you like, and it's not serious to its detriment. It's like these guys are technicians, each and every one of them, you know, making their music, and you know, like we talked about earlier, like some of them you can hire them to like do shit for you, like. That's crazy and awesome, and like, you know, these are 4 working musicians that like take their shit really seriously. They're not trying to front as like, you know, they're not doing like concept records. Maybe they have in the past, but like, you know, they're just trying to like make a living, and they're not selling you like bullshit. You're getting your money's worth. You know, and I enjoyed listening to it. I think if it was longer, it would have detracted from it just because the music is so grating. It's like, it's a lot, but no, I feel similar to you guys. I think I might go a little lower just because I did just hand out like an 8.5 or something like that.
Gotta save the points.
Yeah, I'm going to save the points. I'm going to go 7.8.
Okay, that's honestly higher than what I've expected from Jade. It's a 7.9.
Yeah.
7.9.
Which I like that score.
Me too.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
fair.
real nice.
That's
score.
a real nice hell yeah. Yeah. We can just give it that.
A real nice hell yeah.
That's a real nice hell yeah.
Real nice hell yeah. Yeah, dude, this was I don't know. Why can't every band just be Converge?
It's rare to not have like it's rare to have a no bullshit record.
Yeah.
That like isn't its detriment. Like sometimes I feel like you could ding a record because it's no bullshit. Like
Yeah.
I wish
yeah.
there was more bullshit.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes bullshit is creativity.
It's
Yeah.
creativity. You're
So
just
it's
like,
like-
they have this song in here. It's
Yeah.
like-
But again, like no Swiss producers.
No,
like,
they
don't need that
really-
shit.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so it's crazy to me how they were able to put together something that like we listen to stuff like this all the time, and we always have something to say about it. It's
Yeah.
always just like, and then there's the song about the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's no song about the phone.
Yeah, these old guys are worried
Yeah.
about getting canceled or AI or
yeah,
something.
the song about getting canceled.
Canceled by AI.
I would love to hear the Converge cancel EP. That would be so
amazing.
sick. Well, and I was somebody was commenting on like I think what's the singer's name?
Jacob Bannon.
He did like an interview, and I saw some people commenting online like, "Oh, this guy takes himself so seriously" and stuff like that. And it's like, well, this is also what you get if you do
Yeah.
take yourself seriously.
Yeah.
He's kind of the only guy that's allowed to take himself that
Well,
seriously.
and like
you
I
know?
feel like with musicians, I mean, specifically like the crowds that we roll in, because you know some of us are retired and some of us still
Yeah.
play and whatever. But like, there's a lot of like, do you take this seriously?
Yeah,
fuck
there's
you,
a lot of
dude.
that,
like,
yeah.
I spend a lot of time and money
Yeah.
doing it, so I'm gonna take it seriously.
Yeah. No, I think there's definitely like a line, and like,
Yeah.
if you are gonna take yourself seriously, you got to back it up. And
Yeah.
it's like, he backed it up.
This
He
is
could take
backing
himself-
it up.
He
This
could
is
show up
definition
the Converge set with like a fucking cummerbund,
Yeah.
and bow
Yeah.
tie,
Yeah.
tuxedo.
It would,
Yeah.
it would work.
He-
It would be
He
fine.
could be president.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say, like, think about President versus Converge, and you're just like, okay, Converge never had to dress up like Ronald Reagan
Yeah.
to sell tickets.
They
you
didn't
know?
need Secret Service
And-
agents.
Yeah, and they're not gonna have to.
No.
You know, they're not gonna have to.
They've
start
made
wearing
11
masks.
records just
Yeah.
wearing jeans and t-shirts.
I would
And if
be
you
more-
go to Converge show, you might be able to help them lift their amp
Yeah,
into
it might
the
be.
van.
Oh yeah, no. Can you guys just
Grab the other end of
grab
that?
the other?
and you don't have to pay $12,000 to do it.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
The
They're-
Gene Simmons rate.
Yeah, I mean, Converge is a band that you really can't say anything about because it's just good all around.
It's a working man's
It's
hell
a working
yeah.
man's hell yeah. Yeah, let's change it to that.
It's a working man's
working
hell yeah.
man's hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought of the record in the comments. It's called "Love Is Not Enough." It's a 7.9 working man's hell yeah from your boys. Gonna be tough to beat. We're getting it pretty earlier in the year too, so that's pretty cool. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Like I said, comment down below. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Get the shirt down below and subscribe on Patreon. $5 a month. We are going to be talking about the show Supergroup for the next 6 weeks.
So I don't know if that's an endorsement
I don't know if
or
that's
maybe
an
check
endorsement.
back in after 6 weeks.
Don't all line up at once. you
But
know?
the Patreon episodes get released on Sundays now, so we have a really set schedule.
we
now.
got a sketch.
So, reviews and things during the week are going to come out on Wednesdays. The Patreon's going to come out Sundays. So look out for the Patreon episodes on Sundays. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to talk about Supergroup.
Me too. Enough of this bullshit.
Enough of this bullshit. Yeah. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.